I'm back. Yesterday I did a little talking and played at the end, but um uh I didn't practice. So today is Tuesday. So I'm gonna practice. All right. All right. Back to practicing. I took a day of rest. All right. A day of just rest. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna practice yet. I haven't put it in my mind yet, but I'm gonna do something. It's always gonna be something new to do. Always when you practice something new, or maybe something you already know, but you might want to put it in another key, something like that. I mean that West will use that word different. All right, trying to get TikTok on the grid here, and all right, let's get Tickety Talk back on the grid. Let's get TikTok on the grid. The weather just started raining. Now it's got my allergy, got me all confused. All right, good morning TikTok. And one last one. Let's get Facebook back on the grid. Now this weather's got me. My wife said it was gonna rain. I said, what? What? It rain? All this nice weather we had, and then all of a sudden it's just gonna bust out in the rain? Today? Of all days? Yep, of all days, it's raining right now. But anyways, I get through it. When it first rains, it actually gets my allergy worked up terribly sometimes. Um, I had just went to look outside and was like, oh, she was not lying. um, so it's a little rainy here in California. But yeah, like I said, as soon as it starts raining, the first couple hours into this thing, my allergy just really goes nuggets. And all right, so we got Facebook on, and let me see. I think I got enough juice on my iPad, but I had to charge up the iPad. Let me charge it up because I think it's Tuesday. My wife might need it later. So I just woke up. I woke up more than twice today. So I'm waking up again. Let's see, probably should bring my MPC in there. I've been using it lately. MPC, the MPC. I probably should bring it in here. I might start thinking of something, but I've been using this track from off of this iPad. But in real situations, for whatever reason, I don't know what's going on, but the iPad, C-Dub's thing has been tripping out or something. I don't know what's going on. And they're doing it when I'm here, has done it when I was at church. So I'm like, what's going on with the C-Dub? C-Dub track, what's going on? I have two tracks from him, actually. So I got two C-Dub track loops, or whatever y'all want to call it. I guess you call it loops. Then I'm gonna work on my craft with the guitar, bass guitar. I don't know how to play bass, but I'm gonna learn how to do that. I am going to learn how to play the bass. I'm going to learn how to play the bass. I'm not gonna be that Amadou, but I am going to learn how to play the bass one day. I'm going to learn how to play the bass. All right, we gotta make it clear. I am going to learn one day how to play the bass. One day I'm gonna surprise some people. One day, I'm gonna learn how to play the bass. One day, I might have to bring in my godson or something like that. Bring in my godson. I think we got 2 godsons actually, maybe even 3. 3 godsons who play the organ and the keys. So I'm gonna have to bring in one of them one day. I might surprise everybody, and for whatever functions we might end up doing, but one day, one of these days, I'm gonna surprise everybody. But I don't know how to play the bass, so y'all can laugh if you want to. Go ahead and put me on social media blast. But I don't know how to play the bass. I have to learn the function of how this works, but one of these days, I'm gonna learn how to play the bass. I don't know how to do it now, but one of these days, I'm gonna learn how to play the bass. I've always wanted to play the bass years ago, but just never got around to doing it. Actually, I've always had it in my mind. Man, that looks easy. It looks much easier than any other instruments, what I thought. But I got smaller hands, so I might have to put some tape on it. I don't know, but I don't know. Try to watch other musicians and be like, man, how y'all doing that? Because these things, when I first was playing on them in the beginning, they would hurt my fingers. My fingers was like, oh my God, they were like blistering. Not blistering. So yeah, one of these days I'm gonna shock y'all. I might probably actually shock my own self actually. That I'm gonna be able to learn how to play the bass one day. Whenever that I have to sit here and teach myself how to do it. Good luck to me. As they say, may the force be with me. But I don't know how to play the bass, y'all. Honestly, I really don't. In my mind, yes, but the reality, nope. I don't know how to do it. I do not. I don't know how to play no bass. I think if I learn the notes, I'll probably figure it out. Like everything else. If I figure out how to do the notes, it'll be over. If I can figure it out. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on, got. If I find it, I'll probably figure it out. But anyway, I got an A flat. I found A flat. What's this thing doing? What I done hit? Hold on. What I done hit? Did I hit something over here? I was like, what did I hit over here? And I think this is all about memory too, cause what's that sound I keep hearing? Is that my keyboard doing that? Hold on, yeah. Why's it doing that? Oh, is it master on? Hold on. What did I hit? There it is. I don't know what I was hitting over. It's all about memory too. Now the other thing too is I can go to bass over here, but let me see, and try to mimic what I hear, but for the most, I understand, you know, a little bit. I don't know how to play the guitar, y'all. But I got the A flat. Ooh. Let's get out of that channel. See, that's going backward. That's too far away. Okay, hold on. It's got to be going up too. Whoa! Now that's too far away. Why is it so far away? How a guitar player can play that from here? That's a long way. Oh, it's... There's no way I'm gonna remember it. Let me see. Try to remember where my finger was at. I'm trying to remember where my hands were at. Hold step. No, hold step. Hold step. F. F sharp. G. Back to A flat. Oh, I got it! But I don't think that's how you do it, though. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, my allergies after crazy, so excuse any snibbling and snobbling and stupiding I'm doing right now. But I definitely would have fun doing this, but that's too slow. Let me get it on the other track. Let me see. Let me see. Something like this must be easier. Slow it down so I can kind of maybe catch it. doing that? How y'all doing that? I forgot F. What was F at? Here it is, F. I might have to put some markers on the guitar so I can know where A flat, C, D, no, what is it? C, A flat, C, D flat, D, E flat, F, back to A flat. I might have skipped a note. Oh, like y'all sliding up to it. No. No. Let me see. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all guitar players, y'all help my brother out. I don't know how to play, but I'm just singing. I don't know how to do it. I'm just yeah. Am I F off? I'll get it together one of these days. So. I see what the A flat is. I don't think this is as hard as it might seem, but I don't know. I may be doing it wrong, but anyway. I know y'all don't be pumping it like that. Now this other feedback, I'm like, how you stop the feedback noises? Oh, I guess you gotta hover over it sometime. Trying to memorize what my hand was. Jump. No, jump. So I try to memorize it actually. It's kind of interesting. So I don't know. I'm saying A flat here, I think. I'm in C here. D flat here. D. D, E flat, and then jump over here to F. F. F sharp, but G flat. So this is F. This is F. Oh, okay, there's a little dot. Okay. C, D flat, D, E flat. Okay, what was F again? F sharp. G, I think you go. And then G. What's G at? F sharp. Hold on, F. Then F sharp. That's E. Found E. F. And then G gotta be in the middle. And then A flat. I'll figure it out. I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. Not what an A flat was at. F has to do with my F. F. Try to identify what my F is. Sharp. G. I lost it there. Hold on. What was it at? I lost it now. Hold on. I thought it was here. Alright, so maybe I might be a little too. come up down here. Can I get away with this? That God is good. I don't know how to play this damn thing. Jump over here to F, F sharp, to G, into A flat. Alright, y'all, enough of this. Let me go back to what I was supposed to be doing. Going back to the instrument I can play best. But that's what it's all about, practice. I won't give up. I won't give up. I'll still keep trying. Interface, why? Not available, duh. So I did this one time, long time ago, before I got really sick. And I was doing this song. Let me see, what was it? I got another voice over here. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Okay. Am I still on that voicing? Hold on. Let me see. Why am I still on this voicing? Get off there. Still on it? Okay, cool. I was trying to do something simple. Just something simple. Okay, so what I did was to call myself trying to do something simple. This is just a way of trying to learn, but like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So y'all professional bass players out there, y'all know how to do what you do. So I don't know what I'm doing now, but let me give it some room here, back it up, and then I'm gonna track this real quick. All right, let me see. Did that go through? Okay. Now let me see. Where did it stop? Oh, that was just a couple seconds here. So that was 3 measures. Oh, hold on. 3 measures. Let me back this up to 3 measures. So now I need to find 6, 7, 1. B flat. C. Which I already know where that's at. I just gotta find the B flat. I didn't put it in a rhythmic because I just kind of just did the chords. But if I would have put the song in a rhythmic movement, let me see. Hey, be quiet. If I would have put it in a rhythmic movement, then I'll be able to play along with this, teaching my own self how to play. Good luck. Okay, now I dub over this. more room. My bad. Alright, so let's give it more measures. Now I'm going to dub over what I just did. Alright, so let's hit the click track. Space. I should have made more. Let me make more space. Hold on. Redub. All right, hit the redub again. Let me see how far I got to that. Okay, 13 measures. Okay, so let me back this up. All right, this is at least give me a chance to kind of get the hip of playing the bass, but I don't know how to do it, y'all. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. But if I understand where the B flat is, and I'll find it, or some type of way. This allowed me to at least try. So allow me to find. So I found. I do stuff like this. Actually, I did it one time years ago before I got really sick. My wife came and said, "You can't play the bass." I'm like, "Of course I don't know how to play the bass," but so I started doing it. All right, I'll find it. 1 D. Actually, what was it? D flat. Hold on, we started D. Now I'll have to track myself, right? So I'll go D flat to the C, B flat. I will find it. I don't know what I'm doing. A flat to the 1. The G or whatever. I'll find it somehow. But this is just more of a fun way of doing it. Hold on, who's my B flat? I gotta remember where it's at. Get caught up in the moment and I can't remember what I did. Now I know it's got to be another way way to go to a C line. So that's B flat there. Next one is B, and then C. So I said, what we're going to D flat. That's actually closer. Da, 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 da. Something like that. Okay, now I get that D flat. Let me see. B flat. Oh, I was down here. I was in the wrong spot. And then, hold on, I gotta remember where I'm at. I don't know. I can find it. It must be here. Hold on. What's it? Wait, B flat is here. C is there. Why can't I get the D flat half step up? Where's D flat at? I don't know. I'll get it down here. It's funny I can get it down here. I ain't trying to go to D. I'm not trying to get the D flat. But anyway, enough of this foolishness here. But I gotta practice, y'all. One of these days, I'm gonna surprise some folk. All right, so I gotta take some bass guitar lessons. I have seen a lot of stuff on YouTube. Oh, as a matter of fact, YouTube, let's get YouTube back, because I think somebody must have tried to call me. I missed the whole show. I was over here messing around with the bass. Who is this? Oh. watching me on video. What? You catching me on a guitar bass? You must caught me on the bass. But that's one way to learn, though. Even though I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah. And that's another way I do it too when I'm teaching myself stuff, chords and stuff like that. I'll track it on the keyboard, and then I'll come back and be like, okay, man, what's the bass line? Or or I might put the drum track in here and try to create the drum track. I used to do all this stuff, and then I'll go to the organ and get on the organ and then track whatever I'm learning. And I used to do that back in the days, but I kind of stopped doing it because it's too much time into it. But I mean, I'll start doing it again if need be. But alright, so I hadn't thought about what I want to do today. But every time when I play chords, I use chording to help me identify what I'm doing. So it helps to be able to do this when you're transposing, because a lot of stuff is transposing. So D flat 6/9, F7 sharp 9 sharp 5, B flat minor 9, E flat 9 13. Every chord I'm talking about is in the book. 13 sus, 9 13 again. Major 9 13. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, E flat, A flat, B flat minor, A flat add 2, D flat sus 2. What? And all I'm playing around here is my right hand with the we call this the minor 6 voicing. My left hand I'm just playing, we call it the power chords, but it is the perfect fourth and the perfect fifth. First, fifth, and perfect fourth. This is the original way the song was supposed to go. I lift my hands, I lift my hand and told and this is the real way. Oh, actually, I forgot the other part. Hold on, my bad. Then, hold on. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Nope. I can keep in that note. This is the way it's supposed to go. But that's the intro to the song. And then I lift my hands and told everybody's Alright, that's the original way, but we flip the song and do it our own way. We do it our own way, you know. Now I don't play this on the keyboard at all, but I'm just saying the way I would approach it when I'm on the organ. We play totally different from the album. I'm sure you musicians also heard it much more different than the way I'm doing it too. Because we all figure, you know what, I'm not trying to sound like so and so or so and so. I'm gonna get somewhat what we call the logistic of the song or the skeleton of the song, maybe sit that way, and then I'm gonna tweak the song in my own way. Let me get off this pattern here. Nope, I don't want to save it. Out. Am I out? Oh, I said no. Why you still let me? Come on, man, get me out. Yes, I want out. Thank you. Um, but we have our own way of approaching stuff, and it's not to say that there's a wrong way and a right way. You're only gonna play what you know. That's it. If you know any chords. But my play-by site explains what's actually going on in these songs. So any chords that you hear me playing, most of them I've already put in edition number 1 and 2. In my edition number 3, I think I'm doing too much. I might have to delete half that chapters, and then do a chapter number 4 because no, I ain't gonna do it. I already made a commitment that I'm already gonna do 40 chapters at least. I'm already at 39. So I'm just trying to make sure that every musician out there who is in need of chords, I'm not going to even use the word struggling. We're going to take the struggle out of the equation, but in need of chords, if you don't have chords, you can't create chord progressions. And that was what my biggest issues was over the many years that when I didn't have a keyboard anyways, or the organ anyways, but I was struggling with trying to figure out what is that chord you playing. Y'all know how we used to do it back in the day, sidebar. We called it the sidebar. The musicians standing at the sidebar while we watching all our favorite musicians do what they do with the convocations and musicals, and we're like, man, what is you doing? What's that you playing? Oh man, you know. So now all you know from the musicians didn't want to show me this stuff back then. I had to come to the conclusion one of these days I'm gonna have to figure stuff out. So I ended up with a job where I had a sitting job for 3 years. I had a sitting job for 3 years. Of course, I was mobile, moving around. But Francisco probably could tell you this. He used to come to my job. He'd be like, man, what you over there doing? I'll be having all my books laid out. All this paper stuff, pens and papers and pencils and pens and everything. I'd be having it laid out. He said, man, what you doing over there? He busted me one day. Nah, he just came in. He caught me at work. And he was like, man, what you over there doing, bro? Oh, nah, man, ain't nothing, man. You know, yeah, I collected chords over the many years to memorize them all. Good luck. But for me to get some of the stuff that's relevant that I'm hearing people doing, I'm trying to get to that. So you hear me doing stuff, it's not because I copycatted from somebody. I've already been written that stuff down a long time ago. I just never got around to doing it because of certain circumstances in my lifetime. I often say this, and I don't mean to be bragging to say this, but I remember, I think it was San Francisco and a few other musicians told me this, top musicians, I won't say top musicians, but just musicians in general. They be like, man, you got enough chords to blow out everybody. You got enough information, basically, to blow out any musician on the planet right now. And I've always been a collector of stuff. But I would say to musicians, if you knew, don't do what I did. Because what happens is you start collecting stuff and then you become extremely overwhelmed with too much stuff to try to go back to learn. So if you're going to learn something, learn it on the spot. Boom, get it over with. It's just, okay, all right, I'm finna learn this. Whatever it is, and get it over with, all right? Don't start gathering stuff from, it's 2026, right? You start gathering everything you could get from 2026, 25, 24, 23, 22, but you ain't never worked on it. You just gathering information. I would say this, that it could be a plus and a negative situation, because if you get too old, you ain't gonna get to it anyway. You just collected information, and now you too old. Now you too old. You can't do it because now. But if you young already, and that, don't get me wrong, you old still, old heads. Some of us old heads, and you collecting. Um, I would say you better treat it nicely. No, I can't tell y'all to treat it nicely because I'm terrible with it actually. As soon as I see something, oh, that's nice. Ooh, that was nasty. Let me get that. Ooh, let me get that. Let me get that. All this stuff, I've been did that. Did all this stuff. So if you hear people doing this, I've been did all this stuff. I've been did all this stuff. All of it. I did all that. I've written all this stuff a long time ago. But the question is, when am I gonna work on it in all 12 keys? Hold on. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Hello? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Where are we at? Who doing that? Who that doing that? Hold on, y'all. MKS doing that? Oh, my keyboard doing that. Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. I think I know why. The keyboard doing that. Snap! Why is he doing that? I was wondering. I was like, why does it sound like that? Okay, I think I hit the dial over here somewhere. Keyboard off, keyboard on. The only thing about this keyboard is a cool keyboard. This the Multi XS7. The only thing that I don't like about it is the startup. If you lose power or somebody step on the power cord or something or trip over it or whatever, it's over. Party over. That's the only thing. Look how long it takes. Too long. This happened to me one Sunday, a long time ago. I brought it to church, and somebody stepped on the power cord. Somebody stepped on the power cord and killed the vibe. Killed the vibe. Killed the vibe, y'all. Killed it. Just killed it. And everybody's looking over at me like, hey, that ain't me. He stepped on the cord. He tripped over the cord. He didn't even look down. Whoever it was. I don't remember who it was. But they didn't even look down. They were just walking. Just walking. Alright, now give me MKS now. Every time I change the channel, it does that. I don't know why. I'm too high up. Alright, so practice new stuff. Every time you come to the keyboard, practice something new if you're a beginner. And yes, you can go from beginner's level to advanced depending on what you're practicing on. What material are you doing to get better at it? Whether it's a keyboard or an organ, you can go from an advanced level as a beginner. It just depends on what you actually working with. But if you're working with, just always want to keep things simple, which is okay. But there's some point you gotta feel like you gotta graduate. Like I said, when I first started out, that was simple, right? I still do this. I still play this. And believe it or not, even our brethrens and sisters out there play simple too. You just don't know it. Or, cause sometimes I think we get just caught up on oh man, that's my favorite musician. And man, he playing all these dope chords. He playing all these beautiful, lustrous chords. Oh my goodness, he's playing these chords. I don't know what in the world he doing, she doing. And you couldn't find out, I couldn't find out. Oh my, bruh. Seriously? Yeah. I was one of those, oh man, pooh, he killing. This dude is killing on the keys. And next I find out, I'm like, hold on, let me go to the keyboard or the organ and figure this out. Let me see what is he actually doing. And it's just about the simplest thing on the planet, but it just sounded nice the way that person did because we look up to our musician friends out there. Let me see what I want to practice on today. Good luck to me. Now it's coming in strong. So yes, you can take ideas from, when I say the word ideas, for me, the word ideas is just saying that, you know, you can learn some ideas from somebody doing something, but most of the majority of the time, if you start learning to play Gracie notes or the twang, or I call it the chromatic, that type of stuff, nobody showed me how to do all that. This was just me sitting at the keyboard and Gracie or twanging. Okay, this is only just me saying nobody showed me how to do it, but this is me just saying, well, how could I be different, or how could I sound different from where I was playing this play? How could I sound different from when I originally started? I can't never forget this because I was 16 when I was doing this. And then over time, and I think Frank Morris showed me this. Get a good witness that God is good. Yeah, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, that I did that. No, he showed me that. And then the rest was history. I got. Oh yeah, he showed me this one. And back to the one. So thanks to Frank Moore, he was the one who showed me how to play that. So, and then I got clever. Then later on, over time, then you know I started graduating a little bit. You know, remember all of this is all of the simple stuff. Is just that we might make it might just seem like people doing a whole lot. But if you really sit there and listen to it, it's really all of the basics. The basics. Same chord. I just told you. Same chord. I was like, oh. My bad. All that was basic stuff. It was just the A flat, attitude. A flat, got an attitude. D flat 9, diminished 7. E flat 9 sus4. Ba da ba ba. Now, if you have a bass player, you probably wouldn't play that. You probably in the left hand. It's minus 6 with a minus 7 flat 5 13. another A major add to. Let me see what else I would probably do. I think more than that. Move them, diminished move. You know, now I might do that. Where did that come from? Who showed me that? Nobody. I'm just doing it off the top of my brain. Okay. I've written the chords already. I told you already. I'm a writer of chords. That's all I was into is chord writing. And I never worked on it. So I was like, never worked on it. We working on it right now. Hold up. What you doing? You better stop embarrassing me right now. I can go major 7 or major 9. Depends on how I want to hear it. But I don't necessarily have to do that. I caught you good. Or I can give you the major 3rd. Right? So give you the major 3rd. You know? That's just inversion. When I started learning that, it's accident. I said. So let's say. It's just an accident. Oops. That's just flavorizing what you're trying to do, but not that you have to do all that, but you may hear musicians doing that. Did I copycat anybody? No. It's just the norm. I call it the norm. That's just gonna happen if you creative. If you creative. If you're a little creative, you know, and all I'm doing is 5, 6, 5, 6, 1. So that's all I'm doing. And A flat. 5, 6, 1. 5, 6, 1. 5, 6, 1. Come on, preacher. 5, 6, 1. Not that you have to do that. 5, 6, 1. Right? 5, 6, 1. Whatever they doing. I don't know what they're doing. I'm just making this up as I go. But yeah, that was simple. That is just the most extreme simple stuff they're doing. They're not doing anything that we can't do. It's the problem is we psychologically making ourselves feel that we can't do it because we don't understand what they're doing. But the Bishop Drayson Clark, aka Andre Clark, is gonna undo that. Y'all go over there and get the book. It's at my website, Bishop Drayson Clark, hotchords.info. Bishop Drayson Clark, hotchords.info. Bishop Drayson Clark, hotchords.info. I already know that stuff, y'all. This is like, come on, y'all. Major 7. Major 7. Major 7 all day. Major 7 all day. You hear somebody bumping a groove in this, that's all they doing. Just throwing a little groove to it, you know what I'm saying? To give it some prettiness. I don't know what kind of beat I can find with this, but that's all they really doing. Is finding something that they can just groove over. If I can find a groove or something. I don't know if I can find one in here. Let's go dirty. Flat 9. Major 7. Major 9, flat 5. Major 7. That's all we doing. So like this thing always changes my channel. You hear this up somewhere? Oh. Don't think I'm copycatting it because I didn't. This is something I always used to practice. I used to see you do. The major 7 voice. Please get off this crazy look. You hear somebody doing? I already been doing this, y'all. I'm an old head. That ain't new to me. It's just like, okay, all right. Y'all new cats start doing this stuff. I've been did all this stuff. I've been written this a long time ago. I've been reading this stuff. Now to come back to start doing it, this is a whole nother ball game for me. And in the fact, those chords, I got them in the book. So if y'all want them, go over there to my website, bishopdracerclark.hotcourse.info. I gotta sit here and figure out what I want to. I need to be practicing something that I was supposed to be doing. Well, my wife told me I done forgot already. Shoot, it's Monday. What'd she tell me to practice on? I done forgot. May the force be with me. She just texted me something. But like I said, just practice something. Something every day, all the time, as many times as you can. That's what I kind of do, try my best to do. And sometimes I listen to other people doing stuff, I'm like, oh, okay. And it's okay, I get it. I understand. I know what they're doing, so most of the time, or half the time. I mean, not say most of the time, but you can play the keyboard and the organ in the way you want to play it. If you want to play super simple, that's fine too. I know sometimes I hear people playing. There's nothing wrong with that. But I like to come down. I'm making this up as I go, right? But that only comes from me just practicing a lot in the past. Some of it's coming back to my memories when I was really sick, so some of it's sort of coming back to my memories. My wife, she was like, what are you doing? I know I see people play up here. But you know I'm doing it down here. And then I may come back up here, you know. What do they call it? I forgot what it's called. I forgot how to put this thing on my phone so I can't get any interruptions. I'm not a keyboardist, but you just. You know, put your own little stank to it. You can put your own stank to stuff, whatever you're trying to do, but put your own stank to it. You know, whatever you want to do. Whatever. The thing is, you just need chords. Lots of chords, all right? So I'm dropping lots of chords in the books. Chords that you can use to your whatever you want to use them for. Like I say. And they're all, when I say simple, there are the most extreme simple stuff is just that we don't understand what's going on. I did not understand what's going on. I still don't know what's going on half the time, but that's kind of slow. Let me see, can I crack this up a little bit? My brain wants to go faster. Y'all know where you crack it up. I actually like this other click track, but it's a lot faster. But it makes you think a lot faster, or actually makes me think slower. Actually, the funniest thing to say that it makes me think slower. But even though it's this particular track make me, I like the way it does what it do. But yeah. But you want to shout the people out of their shoes. Crank it up to 200 now. Crank it up to 180 now. We're gonna make the people shout out of their shoes today. Wherever you at your work job, we're gonna shout y'all out of your shoes at 170 miles an that make it go faster, but my brain, I'm slowing my brain down when I do that because, yeah, you probably see my hand moving faster, but okay, I have to slow my brain down, so I'm not actually speeding. The only time when I feel like I'm chopping it faster is and then that's when I'm like, okay, woo, that's a lot to do. Yeah. So once you get the concept. messing with it. But that's not really the speed. But I think 155, 153. That's kind of that's comfortable. That speed is a lot more easier to deal with, but I think if you're in a church where there's more older people, more seniors, folks, you probably have to chop this down to like 140, maybe not even 140, or at least on this particular track. I think I had to chop this down to like 130. Why did it just shut off? 130, I think. A lot of the older people, maybe even not that beat fast actually, because on this particular track, probably had to bump it down to 120. I think 119 or 120. That's 120 with this particular beat track actually, yeah, for the old generation, because that way they can shuffle their feet around. That other fast pace, they'll be already sitting down like, we ain't gonna be able to shout with y'all young generation, because y'all speed is too fast. But this will probably do. JL. I keep forgetting this part. My brain is not there yet. But yeah, that's more for the older generation to keep up. out this rhythm in my hand, but really, really fast, but a little faster than this, so my brain is like, what? What are you doing? Wherever you want to go, I have to practice some of this stuff. But all that stuff is what I consider simple stuff, only when you start learning what the chord movements are. So, so if we're doing this move here, it's the 713. The 713 move, and I do it in a lot of the songs. I love you, though. I love you, though. I love you, though. Here we go. What? There it is. I'm like, what key am I in? It's 713. Then we go to the minor 11 flat 5, but because of the bass line changes the name of the chord. So I do it all the time, and I did not know I was doing this the whole time. But and sometimes you might hear somebody doing love you, know, I love you, know, I love you, know, and then they want to give you this move prior to going to the target chord. So they may give you, and then you may also get the minor 7, minor 11 with the flat 5, make your way up to the target. You might hear it from descending too as well, you know. So this is my target key. I might get. Hold on, let me start it. Well, I'm gonna start it here. Let me see. That was a long ways there. Let's go half step. Let's start here. So you might hear it descending. I love you, instead of me going back to the 1 to that, and I'm headed to the 3. Now, if I don't have time, that's because I did a whole bunch of chords. I might have to go to the 6. It may want to wait to the 6 because I probably did too many chords before I got there. But maybe I might have enough time. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Here you go. Now I got it. Okay. I might have enough time to make it to my 3. Let me see. So. Then da-da. And then to the 6. So you might have time, you know, it depends. Here we go. I may have time. Depends on the singer, depends on me, and depends on how quick I want to get there. All right, so I love you. Major add 2, minor. I love you, Lord. Instead of me going back to the 1, it's gonna give me time. And then I might go even this and go all the way up, make my way up to here. What? Uh-oh, that was an accident. All right, I'm slipping. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm. people may say, that's doing too much. That's too extra. Yes, it is. But it's just your flavor. It's what you want to do, how you want to get at it, right? I love you, love. I know if I did that when my wife was singing, that would be hilarious. She'd probably look over me and be like, don't do that. I love you, love. Because she's so used to me playing straight. I love you. I love you, love. Right, straight. To if I go back to the 1. Now I can go to the 7, 3, the norm, the 6. But now I said, I just accidentally learned something new. Who they keep calling me from these weird numbers, man? Get off my phone, bro. Get off my phone, bro. So I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. So don't go to the 1. Now just do your thing. And make your way up to the where you going. Not that you had to, but it was just an idea. That's all. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Right? Now remember I told you about that? I told you could do the gracing, right? You could do the twang, the grace, the twang, and then there's a little, they call it nuance or whatever you want to call it. Until you get to your target move. Whatever your target move is going to be. I could have did it. That's just my style. That's the way I'm going to probably address it, right? Everybody might do it differently. Believe me, I've never played that way in my life, but nowhere. I might do it here at the house, I ain't gonna play all fancy at church nowhere. I don't want the people to get funny and be like, man, you over there playing jazzy. What are you over there doing? Alright, so you don't have to, it's not necessary, but if you choose to want to be fancy a little bit, that's what they're doing. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Today, because you care for me. I'm just playing straight. In a good normally 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I told you I've been doing it. I've been doing that stuff. I've written that already. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that in church. What? If I had time, right? So I said, oh, that probably was too many times. That was probably too many of them. Maybe I'm gonna have it start here. That would give me time. That would give me time. So I I had to start it. I'm just half stepping. So, it's like, what? Could have did that way going down. What's it? You can do that too. You can do that too. It can go any kind of way if you want to do it. I said earlier. You play it any way you want to. It ain't supposed to be there. Then I love you though. Came down here today because come back and do it again. What? What? Come on, Brady. What you doing, boy? You know what I'm saying? So you can do whatever you want to do. People be playing fancy. You can do whatever you want to. To. I don't keyboard player. I hate playing keys. I hate playing keys, but it's too much work. Count. There's 4 counts in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I can slide 5 chords, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I can slide 10, 12 chord progressions in my movement, and every chord I'm pulling is from the book, literally the 7, 13, the minor 11 flat 5. Major 7 flat 5, and I'm gonna even change the voice and go to major 9. It's like it's probably just about any, almost just about. I don't even say all, but just about any chord that I transcribed. I did it a long time ago. Now I'm just trying to refresh my mind to do some of these chords. I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. That's what to tell. minor 9, 11. F minor 9, 11. E flat add 2. A flat 9, sus 4. Alright, give me the diminished major 7. 6, 9. Now the correct way the song's supposed to go. Wait, hold on. Hold on. What was the correct way? Yeah, there it is. E flat. A flat. B flat minor. A flat add 2. Kill that string for a second. That's the correct way. But we like to do it our own way. I do. So I'm not sounding like the album, but I live my hand. I forgot the album is I go to F with it. What? Then I use the 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Back to A flat add 2. A flat add 2. I don't forgot the other part. What's the other part? Oh, I forgot already. I did it Sunday. I forgot already. That's why I go hit it. Major 7. I do my thing. Minus 7 flat 5. 7. Sharp 9, sharp 5. Minor 9. I might play chords. Everybody do it. So we all probably, do stuff different. Playing the keyboard, Lord have mercy. That's the one thing about keyboard. You make a mistake, everybody gonna know. Depends. How did I develop these chords? Over time, by accident. Yes, every chord I've learned was an accident. I just came to the keyboard every day. And this is before chording came into the mix. I was already writing chords, but I just didn't know what they were. Alright. I had no idea what this chord was. I had no idea what this chord was. None of that. I just played it. I said, man, that sounded kind of cool. Ooh, that sounded kind of cool. I know what they are now today, that we're playing, like I said, the 13 sus, C7 sharp 9 sharp 5, right, the D, flat 9, D diminished 7. Now that I made that a bigger chord, E flat minor 9 11, D9 sharp 11. We already said this one, but however, I got a note stuck. Now, because this chord without the bass line is a minor 7 flat 5. What? Woo! Oh Lord, yeah. So it's a minor 7 drop. Sometimes you might hear it with the single finger. You might hear it with the single drop. Then you might also hear it with the 2-finger move. That even makes it more funner in a sense because you're about to see in a minute what I mean by this. But now that I use the 2 fingers, 2 hands to split the chord, then you kind of get a different kind of like a little flavor in it. So I'm gonna speed this up because my brain wants it to be at least faster. But you'll see what I'm saying. But But yeah. So you see what I'm saying? So you be like, or 2 finger, 3 finger, or switch the finger. And I didn't even do the whatchamacallit yet. Okay, y'all about to try to steal my ideas. But I'm just saying, these chords is in the book. That's all. It's once you do it. So I gotta practice this stuff. I gotta get to practicing for real. Let me stop playing around. I gotta learn some songs. I'm an organ player, not a keyboard player, but sometimes I'll find myself messing with something. I ain't got no. I find myself wanting to try to figure out some stuff on the keyboard. The most majority of everything I did on the keyboard, and then I'll go over there to the organ and try to figure out how I'm gonna play it. Put stuff in front of me and go ham on it. I need to go back to what I've been doing, because I definitely, for sure, got off of it, and I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna go right on back. I'll play by sight. Edition 1 and 2, and my 3 coming soon. I'm doing the editing for now. Alright, so I'm editing some stuff. Alright, let me see. Let me put some stuff in front of me and practice. Alright, so this was, I really was trying to get at earlier. You can get easily distracted. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And then next you know, time went by, and you'd be like, bro, I didn't even practice nothing. I was sitting here just doing stuff I already know how to do. Let me go on ahead and practice on some stuff and get it going. The main thing with me is starting it. Start and go with it. So whatever I'm pull, that's what I'm gonna start with. And I'm gonna try to start it, and I'm gonna try my best to finish it. If I don't finish it, I'm gonna go do something else. For me, I get bored, y'all. I'm sorry. I just get bored when I start stuff, and then I'll be like, man, okay, I'm gonna go do something else. But I want to work on my patience, because patience possesses your soul. But I put stuff in front of me, and I probably more than likely gonna remember most of this. Okay, why I don't have sound? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna put this in front of me. It's for my beginner musicians, so keep you encouraged, or maybe intermediate level too. Keep you encouraged, because you can easily get distracted by foolishness. And excuse the noises coming from this old Dell 2007, 2007. You just had to make me look bad. Okay, it had a virus in it. I had tried to get it fixed twice, and it worked for a minute. Then they did it fix again, and then it tripped out again, and now this is the third time it's doing this crazy foolishness. But for the most part, most of my data I've already got it backed up, so I ain't tripping. I like to go to the old deal every so often. Matter of fact, I moved some of my stuff over here. So this is how I would do if I'm learning. I use the word idea, but chances are there are chords that I'm already familiar with. As I said before, I put them in the book. Major move, minor move. Hold on, I'm waiting for this. Oh, I think I can do it. Major move, minor move, augmented move,
major 7, major sharp 5, diminished 7, major 7, sus2, sus4, and the 7 sus4 chord, and the tritone. And everything I said, I moved it over to chapter 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, and 17 in our very first book, creating chords that are relevant that musicians are doing. And I didn't know I was going to go that far, or I didn't think I was going to be doing that much, or figured out some ideas. So I figured some ideas out. So when I'm listening to something or somebody doing something, chances are chords I've already played, and remember, taking them to the next key, practicing them in the next key. Now this is not what I pulled. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know why, because it's a crazy laptop. Right. So this is not what I was about to do right here on paper, but y'all heard me. Oh, maybe I just went on and clicked onto it. Okay, cool. My fingers went to it. All right, might as well do it. I see my struggle right there when he did. No, right before that. That's my struggle right there. I think. No. Drop the keyboard. There you go. I think that's my struggle right there. The funny thing is, this is the simplest thing. Octave, octave, octave. But it's just when you, this is a major 7 flat, major 7 with the sharp 5. I told y'all earlier. Did I say that? Major in my book. Minor, augmented, add 7, major 7 with the sharp 5. All I have to do is transpose down to what the key, the chord he played it in, or the location of this chord, which is a E flat, major 7 with the sharp 5. And up here we have the C major 7 with the sharp 5. What? Yes. This is transpose. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? What's the other note? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Y'all stop playing. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. C major 7 with a sharp 5. And all I did was transpose up 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other chords was easy because it was an E major chord. G chord. I said E chord. I'm sorry, G chord. I'm sorry, my bad. No, yeah, I was right. G. Yeah, G chord. What? And I heard that, and I was like, wait a minute. But anyway, here's my struggle. That's when he go here. And then he switch over. Hold on. I think he's doing it like this. No stuff. I think he. Alright, so what we have is, thank God for chording. Major 7 with the flat, sharp 5, and then you're going to go A flat, major 7, well-known chord. And then, actually, I don't think it's this one. There it is, there it is, my bad. It's a diminished move with the cluster. That's why I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, there it is. Alright, that's why I was getting it wrong. Alright, so it's a G7 with a flat 9. I got you, Doc. And then he reached over. That's why I couldn't figure it out. Okay, I got you now. Here it is. Okay, I got you now. Got you now. And then that's the organ in the background playing the major 9/13. And then he comes back in on the keyboard. See that? I try to listen for little detailed notes. Here's the thing I say on my other videos. I got 5 fingers, left to right. All right, on my keyboard, of course, this is the Motis XS7, so I think it's 76 keys, but I start everything right here. The first 12 notes. And I call this the low range. Next set, I call it the low range. And then I call this the mid range. And then I call this the high range. And then I call this the highest range. And then the highest range, and after that is, hopefully I won't have to go that far up. So listen to where the hand might fall to. Chances are we're gonna be in the high range. Chances are in the left hand we're gonna be in the low range and the mid range. Both locations. Now the way I do this in my mind, okay, this is a combination here. It's a combination of being in the low range and the mid range and the high range. So I'm like, how did he even get his hands to do that? And then it started making sense to me. Because I hear the high note, and remember I said I got 5 fingers over here and 5 fingers over here, left to right. So I'm like, okay, how are we doing that? How is this even possible? So I hear the top and maybe the low voicing. And then whatever happened in the middle, my hand might drop to it, hopefully with some hope. And my fingers will drop to it. Alright. So that's how I'm doing most of this. And also most of it is muscle memory from me practicing major and all 12 keys, major to minor, the augmented, blah blah blah, all these chords I mentioned in my book. It's in the book, y'all, the play by side. I mentioned this, and this is how I'm finding. Oh, okay, it's gotta be a major move. Oh, okay, hold on, that's a major 7 chord movement. All right, hold on, that sounds like a sus. Oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute, that's that major chord, major 9 or major 9/13. I played it before. When I said I played it before, I promise y'all, I played it before. So I'm like, wait, hold on, wait. And it's not because I got perfect pitch, it's because I'm remembering chords. I remember major 7/5. I know the difference between the 7/13. I know the difference between the major 9, the major 7, the sus2, dominant chord. Let's add the 9 to it. Alright, I understand the difference. I can hear that. It's kind of like, well, I know that ain't a major chord right there. I mean, it's in the major arena, so to speak, except we must have this flat 7 that makes it sound different. Oh, there it is. There's that major 9. Oh. And then I went, and then I gave us a whole nother type of chord. And remember, I told you, I got 5 fingers, and my not use all 5 fingers depending on the situation of the chord movements that I might be trying to reach. Good luck to me on that sometimes. Because sometimes I end up using all 5 fingers, and sometimes maybe not. So I'm like, okay, so let's get to the beginning. Minor. And when I practice stuff, y'all, I don't just practice it here. I bring it down. Because you never know where he or the musician might pitch the voicing or place the chord somewhere. You never know. You never know if it's going to be up here. Up here. You never know. So practice it so when you hear it come up, it's going to be like, oh, I hear you, okay. 7 sus4 chord. Alright, got those 2 chords knocked down. Okay. It sounds like you're going to B flat. Let me see. Yeah. Sound like major 7. Because he's playing with one hand and he's doing something. I don't know what he was doing. This is Josh Nash, but he was doing something. So I'm just hearing what I play, hearing what I think he's doing. Right, the next chord. Maybe this. Maybe this. Try that. Yeah, there it is. I try to play what makes sense. So I'm thinking minor, 7 sus4 chord, B flat, A flat major 7, and A flat major 6. Now me, I might switch this up and give it a different flavor because at some point he didn't have his left hand on the board, I think. So I'm gonna give it my flavor. Not a major significant difference, but you can hear just a little bit of me throwing my own take, you know. Major 9, major 7, and then I'm going to F minor 9. And you might hear me twanging. I'm using the 3-finger chord in this case. Move the hand out of the way for a second, and I go to the minor move. So I'm adding my 2 cents in there. Then you going. So he's technically playing A flat, B flat technically. A flat, B flat, A flat major 7 technically, B flat, E flat to B flat, chord I played a minute ago, and E flat, back to B flat. But that's technically, actually, he's actually doing these 3 notes and breaking up the A flat into a minor 6. A minor 6. And a major 6. And then, of course, we're going to play the B flat. And the A flat major 7. The chord we literally just played a minute ago. E flat, B flat. The chord we literally just played. E flat, B flat. So. Versus. Alright. So, instead of him doing it that way, he breaks up the voicing. Yeah, so right, and then this E flat major 7. Technically he's doing this. G7, resolving into B minor, into E flat. I'm gonna throw my own 2 cent in it. E flat major 9, and I'm gonna throw my own 2 cent in it. E flat major 9 with the sharp 5. Go to the chord he played. Now that's the correct way. That's the way it's supposed to be. He played it, but I'm gonna throw my 2 cent. Alright, I have to throw my own 2 cent in there, right? That is supposed to be E flat, D, E flat, G minor, A flat, G minor, A flat, G minor. It's supposed to be a whole chord like that. So what he's doing again is one of these major 6, major 6, major 6, major 6, major 6, major 6 to the minus 6, minus 6. That move that we heard earlier. Major 6, back down to the minus 6, minus 6, major 6. So now we're gonna get to the next part. So I gotta remember the minutes move. Okay, got that in my head now. Good luck to me. Yeah, so that wasn't easy because I have to hear the organ in the background doing it because the keyboard player took his hands off the board when he got to that movement. When he got this far, but then he took his hands off the board, so I had to listen to what the organ player doing in the background. And then he finally came back and he put his hand on. And this time he come back and put his hands on the board. It'd be a major 9, F major 9. So major 9, I literally just played that chord 10 seconds ago. Major 9, 13. So he played one other chord before that. My bad. Hold on. This one, he just F major 9, 13. Oh. And then he went transposing. We transposing. So he shrank. And then go to the next chord. Now we're gonna go to this move. Let me see. We doing it? I'll juice this up a little bit. A little bit. It's an F7 voicing. But when we start playing with the minor chord, it's a 6/9, E flat 6/9 sharp 11. And then he actually technically went here. That's the next move. It's F minor. minor 6. I don't like it, so I'm going to juice it up again. And I'm going to create the D minor 7 with the flat 5, flat 13. Make it sound more fatter. D minor, 7 flat 5, flat 13. Yes, these chords is in the book. I actually went in and put them in the book. And that same thing he did. Same thing he did. And came back down. He didn't go all the way up. That was the first round. This time he's not gonna go all the way up. He's just gonna go A flat, major 7, A flat, 7 back down to B flat. You still use the same idea. Minor 6, major 6, major 7, major 7. Right, so that's what you're doing there. Alright, so you're doing alright, here, this is where you go hold on, my bad. So you're going Alright. Remember I told you those chromatic moves. Minor 11 with the flat 5, chop at it, and then he went to the major 9. Alright, now we're gonna come up out of that. Then we're going major 7, back to that same chord, diminished 7 up, diminished 7 up, minor, over the E flat, major 7, second inversion in the left hand. Woo! Yep, that's in the book, y'all. I might throw my own little too. Okay, so that's what we're doing right there. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So you go on. Yep, in the book. That's a couple chords he did right there. When we go here, B flat major 6, E flat major 7 move, right? And then that's when we go to the next chord. A flat diminished major 7 in the book. Every chord I'm playing is in the book, y'all. And then I told you these chords, I do them already. Alright, diminished 7, 11. I did them earlier. Alright, so same chords. Y'all already know it. Y'all already should know that. I know y'all know this chord now. Yep, that's it. Yep. Yep. That's 713. Woo! Alright, so we got the 713. Then you're going D flat. Back to the diminished 7. A flat major 7. Quick. I think he's doing that. That will only make sense to myself. He could also do the minor 2nd. Technically, it's really it's F sharp major 7 with the flat 5. F F sharp or G flat major 7 with the flat 5. Drop. F major 7 with the flat 5. And we have E major 7 with the flat 5. Now, if I want to hear that clustering, I have to decide if I'm hearing that or not. I don't know if I'm hearing that. It's probably this. More than likely. F sharp or G flat major 7 with a flat 5. There's one thing I wanted to say. I'm still learning this my own doggone self. Yeah, doggone self. That's not a bad word. My own doggone self. Dog, G-O-N, y'all. Doggone. Is to learn my skills, because whatever the note on the left hand falls and whatever the notes I'm playing at the top, I have to determine which one. Not all the time this might be the case, but most of the majority of the time, the bottom note is gonna be the one that's gonna say what the chord is, and that's F sharp or G flat. I'm just saying. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F sharp or G flat major 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 5. That was a no-brainer almost, I would have said, because I figured some stuff out. I told you already. And this transpose. And this is the same thing. E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So that's got to be major 7, right? With the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 5. I'm learning. I'm still learning, y'all. I'm still a baby saying at this, all right? I ain't graduated. I ain't graduated from college from this yet, but I'm getting there. And so we may put the minor move, or we might put the 7/4 chord. Now for sure, E flat major 7 with the flat 5, or it could be, yep, that's right, the 7/13 voicing. Okay, y'all got it. What was it? Where we at? Wait, hold on. Hold on, what? Wait, I forgot what key we in. No. What? Hold on, which one? Yeah. Diminished. I forgot. I have to make up my mind which one it's gonna be. Gotta make up my mind. Make up my mind. What is it gonna be? All right. Major 7. We just played it a minute ago. A flat, and then major 7. All we did was transpose. I told you it's gonna be a lot of transposing. I used to practice this every day until I got tired of doing it. I need to start doing it again, but get my ears back in to the game. But yeah, so you go. I'm assuming he's doing this, or I might be wrong. This could be the minor 7 flat 5, or he might be doing. Let's see. Let's see. What is he doing actually? Oh, let me look on my sheet over here, my cheat sheet. I got a feeling he's doing what I think he would have did, because if I was doing this on an organ, because y'all hear the organ in the background doing this. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. He took his hands off the keys again. That's organ. That's organ. Alright. So I'm like, wait a minute. Nope. I think it's this one. Minus 7 flat 5, I think. Okay, let me look at my notes since I don't need to stop guessing because I think I wrote it down when I started saying, wait a minute, what is he doing? Yep. So I think we go on. And then I was right. I was right. Minor 9, flat 5, up to the minus 7 flat 5. Major 9. It's the organ I'm hearing, trying to hear in the background. I know you heard that. Little Ronnie did. Little Ronnie did. But so I think I'm hearing. And I thought I heard him doing. Nope. Where is it down here? I'm not sure how he did that. Maybe I'm. Because that's the only way I'm trying to think of how he How you do? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Sorta. I gotta reposition my fingering. Let me see. The way I would have did if I was on the organ, I would be here. And I'm wondering, we still on the E to G? Yeah. And then. And this is my brain thing. C minus 7. That's what I'm thinking. What the organ was doing, sort of in the background thing. Then, oh, I'm on the wrong bass line. I think we were supposed to go on to G. Yeah, G. Then, yeah, and then the last part of it was. Hold on. Nope. Hey, what's that, man? I was on the wrong. Yeah. Yeah, so that last part. And then G. And then now he went back to that chord we said earlier. Hold on. I forgot what I heard. What was the chord I heard? Oh, hold on. I forgot it already. Down here. That was right here. Remember I said earlier I juiced it up. And that's why I hear him doing it. Okay, well he went A flat to E flat. That's how he ended it on the organ. That's funny. So now all this chord movements that I just learned are in the book, like I said, from the minor, 7 sus voicing, major 9, major 7, minor 9, minor 6, minor 6, major 6, major, major 7, major, 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 and then major 9. I'm talking about 2 cent. Major 9, sharp 5, G7, and then to E flat, and then E flat, major, B flat, major 6, A major 6, back up, D minor 6, C minor 6, C minor, D minor 6, E flat, major 6, back down, and then the octave. Major 7 sharp 5, major 7, G7 flat 9, major 9 13, and chord is my friend. Major 9 13, major 9 13. All I went was from the C chord to the G sus 4 chord and the C sus 2 chord. E flat, B flat is your combination chords put together. G minor, E flat, G minor, B flat, C minor, and B flat in G minor. That's basically what I'm doing. Create a major 9 13. Technically this is the F chord with the tritone, which is F7. But we're juicing it up. I'm gonna put at the dominant chord. I remember I said this in my video. I said this earlier in the book. I told you already. Remember we had the C7 with the flat 5, flat 7. It's the dominant chord. It's the same thing in F. Same thing with F. Put the F at the top. And remember, learn your inversions, right? Because I promise you, it's gonna come and get you later. Alright? It's gonna come and get you later. And that's the voice that I'm doing in the left hand. And it's the minor chord. But we put that F there, right? But we also have the tritone. So that's what's up. And I'm just, yeah. Mixing these chords up. We call it mix max chord. By the way, I forgot. And I told you earlier, tritone with the minor moves. So I said, let me juice it up and add my own 2 cent to it, 5 cent. And create the minor 7 flat 5 13. Right. Then he came back. Establish that is. But minus 11. Alright, we already did that. I was over A flat, and then going to G. So all this was actually starts out same scenario. If you don't understand your scale, E flat 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? So E flat major 7 with the flat 5, flat 5. No matter what I'm doing at the top note, it's still gonna be the major 7 flat 5. E flat major 7 with the flat 5. Now this is the 13th oct. Yep, y'all know it's just in a different spot. Man, I'm gonna start writing this stuff like this. dominant chord. Remember, we just did it 2 seconds ago. Now I'm going to A flat. Give you the specialty. Now we're going to have this as a B flat 7. B flat 7 9. That comes up to an A flat major, add to sharp 11. That's kind of funky. A flat major, add to with the sharp 11. Back to the D flat minor 7 flat 5 flat 13. So and you see how close every the notes were to each other, so I wasn't too far away from trying to get to my target. Single sauce chord that we started out somewhat the second chord from earlier in this thing. With the tripod. And it's a 6/9 sharp 11 voicing. Woo! And as soon as you hit the E flat, it now changes the name of the chord to an E flat 9 chord. Woo! Yeah. And then he ends it at A flat to E flat. Alright, that's how that went down. Alright, so I gave y'all the breakdown. So don't go start telling people, oh man, you over here freestyling, you ain't sharing with us, you ain't showing us how to play this stuff. Oh my god, man, you just playing. You come on, help a brother, show a brother how to play. Nah, come on, y'all. Alright, so yeah, go get my book. My book is definitely gonna have all these chords in it, all of the chords that you would need to have. Alright? So this is done. Yay! spot. I keep missing it. This is one chord. Because he's moving so much, he's going. He's moving so fast, I'm trying to keep up. It's major 9, minor 6, major 9, sharp 11, major 7, flat 5, and then add 2.
So I paid the mortgage. I'm on my way back.
Okay.
Listen, she wouldn't let us split it up. So see that the life insurance payment came through, knocked my account $200 overdrawn. That's what I was kind of talking about. So how much of the money do you have, Eddie?
$2,000.
Yeah, but we missing 271. Okay, I'll be right there. Are you dressed? Are you up or what?
I'm up.
You gotta put the money, put this money in the bank.
Okay.
All right.
All right, where we at? You know what? I'm not even sure if I'm playing that part right. Hold on, y'all. Let me look it up. Let me see where we at. I don't even know where we at on this part. Let me see. Da da da. I gotta read my own transcription here. Let me see. Let me see here. Okay, so we're definitely not there for sure. So we already on the 3rd page already. Hold on. Da da da. Let me see. I think we somewhere. Let me find out where we at. In fact, actually, I need to see if I'm actually playing this part, because when he goes, I'm gonna see where we at when we go to do. No, when we go, where we going? But let me see. When we go here, I gotta figure out if I'm playing this part right. So give me a second here, cause I think he's doing this. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let me see. See. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me see what I transcribed actually, because I will be surprised if I played it near or off. Let me see how close I am to, and let me see if I can find it actually. The beat chord. Where is that bad boy at? Where is that part at? That should be on that 3rd part, or did I stop writing this? Oh, okay. Here's the next part back here. So maybe it's the 4th page. 4th. Let me see. It might be here. Just let me see, because it was toward the end. So let me see if I got that right. Let me see. Where art thou at? Reading my own transcription. Good luck. Is it the page before? Let's be the page before. Let me think. Let me see. Da da da. I think we're here. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just trying to see. Am I playing it on point, or did I get off somewhere? And then let me see. Am I playing this? E. What's the? And then that's not that part. Let me see. Sound like them. Okay, that's here. Okay, so now I gotta go backwards. Hold on. So I'm on the other part of it now. Let me see. So now where's this other spot at? So let me see. That's that one. Where's the one before this? So it should be F sharp. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, I was playing the one note wrong. I was close. Okay. So what I was doing it. So that's what I was doing there. So the only thing is I'm going to E. And I'm not going to play the A flat. But I could swear I'm hearing you playing A flat though. Here we go. Maybe not. Okay, maybe I'm not hearing the E flat. A flat. Maybe it was just the E. Okay, so the A flat wasn't there. Woo! Alrighty. The A flat wasn't there. For sure. Okay, so there was no A flat there. Okay, I'll play that wrong. Alright. I gotta forever put this in my head now. Okay. Alright, now, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna lead myself to that part. Then the next chord should have been. I was playing this one. Major 9. So let me see if I play that one. No A flat. So let me see. Alright, hold on. Alright, now let me see what I wrote there. So I did that one correct. So I did that one right. Okay, alright, I did that one correctly. What's the next one? Actually, let me see, did I do the other chords leading to this first? Da-da-da. Let's see, now I'm gonna back up here. I did it wrong, it's supposed to be E. Let me see. E. I was doing the minor chord. Okay. I can get away with both of them. Minor move, which is the 6/9, or the A, or the E major add 2. So either one of them, either one of them, I could have got away with it. It's what I transcribed. It's E. Okay. Now, what did I do the chord before this? All right. Leading to this point. So let me see. Hold on. Okay, so I did that right. So I probably didn't do that right either because he goes, glory to God, for sure. Now I gotta go a few chords back to see if I did that right because he goes, let's try this again or something, whatever he said. Okay, I get that. It's a diminished move. So he's doing G diminished 7, half step back to the F sharp diminished 7 with 2 hands. Then E major add 2. Forever. Now we're gonna do the other one because it's going the other direction. I would think he's doing it. I could be playing that all together wrong too. So let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna interpretate this. Is it interpreting in the way I'm thinking it? Let me see. So I think. What do I hear in my ear? Oh, okay, so I have to do that with both hands. B flat, D flat. Hold on. Alright. I'm trying to figure out how I did this actually. How I spread my hand so far out like that. Let's see. So that was the sus, so I'm going ba 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 ba. C sharp. Because if I did it like this. Right, so now I'll try to bring my left hand over so I can get to this voice in here because that's the next move he's gonna do. And I'm not gonna be able to get there in time if I go. See, I'm not gonna be able to get there. I'm not gonna have time to move my hands to that spot, so I have to go. Maybe I'll copy everywhere. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, I guess I can. We give glory. I gotta lie. We give glory to God. Alright, okay, so hold on. Let me see how I did. I forgot already. Just like wait and see. Now move the hand over so I can get. See, I'm gonna pull it. Okay. All right. So I got that. And then what's the other move he did? Let me see how I wrote that. Good luck to me on this one. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out What does that come in at? Hold on. Glory. Are we doing it? Okay. And then, hold on. Okay, so hold on. I don't know why I got this extra chord. Let's see, I got an extra chord. Why might I have an extra chord? I don't know. Let me see. I'm not sure why I got an extra chord, but anyway. Yeah, glory to God. Okay, trying to follow my little. Okay, then. Okay, and so I'm gonna actually play it the way I was doing it before. Glory to God. Alright, so I hear that. Y'all heard it? But going to the mic, and also you can twang it. So I hear that in my mind. Glory to God. Which is the major chord. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm hearing that. So you go, I heard all that. Okay. Okay, now let me see. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta see if I'm doing the minor move. Ooh, I didn't even put this down. Uh-oh. Man, I didn't write this down. I'm doing this off the ear now. I don't know what I was thinking about, but I definitely didn't write that part down. Yes, I got that. Now I got to just remember the major moves. So funny things I didn't write it. Yeah. Alright, then. Okay, let me see how I did that. How am I writing that? Let me see. How am I writing that one? Okay, I did that one right. Alright, let's see if I get the other one right. Let me see. Let me see. Alright, got that one. And then we go to the other one. Alright. I got that part. Woo! Okay, and then the other part. Okay, that's my next move. Alright, let me see if I get my next chord right. So I thought. That's the minor 7 flat 5 flat 13. And then he's doing it so fast. He's going to the minor chord. Right, it's F sharp minor move, and then go into the E major chord. Actually, F minor. Hold on. Hold on. A flat. Might even want to hear E. He's playing minor. What? Transposing. Actually, minor and technically diminished. I said minor, y'all, but diminished. My bad. Yeah, that makes sense. Diminished. But he's not playing because now my ears saying, okay, I got you, bro. I got you, doc. Diminished. But that's too much. That's too deep. I might get away with this one. So, yeah. I might get away with this one. This way, but you know, you'll see it over A flat. So, if I want to give it flavor, I want to do that or double up. So you know what I'm saying? That could be tricky sometimes. Because he's doing it so fast. Because he's doing it so quickly. Like, or double up. Alright, so I'll be surprised if I get the last chord correct. E major 6. And I'm twanging it. So hey, what are you doing? Now you're making my right hand off. Basically going, technically, y'all, this is your C major 7 with the flat 5, major 9, what was the other chord I said? Minor 7 flat 5 flat 13, F sharp minor, and F diminished. And then the last chord is E major 6. Well, actually, I can get away with the D flat or C sharp minor 7, 11, but I don't know what I just hit. But oh, I got a note stuck here. Okay. Yeah. That other chord I told you was E major 6. I lied. It was D C sharp minor 7, 11. I don't know what that. Oh, maybe because my other finger hit down here. Maybe I don't know what my finger hit. It hit something accidentally. It's a minor. It's a 6, 9, 14. All right, y'all heard me doing it. I'm gone. I'm out. I gotta go make a run, y'all. But I'm done. I'll be back later on and do some more practicing. But I had forgot what she told me to practice on. So I'll be back later on. Probably I'll get on the organ next time around. And do some stuff on the organ. But the keyboard, I'm starting to have fun doing this. I mean, I don't like playing keyboard in public, but one of these days, y'all. Catch y'all later. I'm out. Deuces.
Peace.